Alright, so after my last absolute whinge at this game, I've forgiven it a little bit because I've just bought a new card and it's just mended the deck, to be honest. Instead of guards, just to replace guards, I've now got well, that's not actually, no, that replaces princess, and then this is what's replacing guards. So I've been encountering a lot of air troops. This sort of dulls down the minion horde, and it also kills stuff like Pekka and Mega Knight very easily when it's distracted with like another Mega Knight, or I put that down or something. So it's quite useful, so that if they think I've got, just use my air troop and they think, oh, I can, you know, mug him off. Well, I've got 2 air troops, got 2 spells, 2 sort of, or is it interesting you? I kind of compare these because they've both got similarish health. I mean, the Royal Ghost has a bit more health than even a level 2 bandit, but it has the similar sort of thing in the way that if you leave it if it's left alone to get to a tower, it can do quite a ton of damage. So you know they have to deal with it pretty quickly. But no, the mortar's still here, the Mega Knight's still here. Even though the mortar's going to get a nerf, and so is the or is it the Mega Minion? The Mega Minion's getting a nerf as well, but I think it'll still be a pretty powerful card. So, but you know, the Royal Ghost was in the shop, so I went ahead and bought it, which I'm pretty happy about. I've still got 21,000 gold left, so but that's what I've saved up. I just want to buy all I need now is the Miner and this Archer. But the Archer, that's the only card, one of the few cards in the game, especially well legendary wise anyway, that I've just started on. It's garbage. I mean, it does have, you know, some use, you know, there is uses for it, but it's just such a bad card because, you know, I've seen people use it, and the only way you can really use it is if you manage to get a troop, if someone's trying to defend and it's on the other side of the bridge and it shoots through the troop in the line and can hit the tower. That, you know, that's quite useful, but it's sort of timing and everything, it's quite an awkward card, you know. And, you know, for 3 elixir you can get a princess which does more damage to the tower and it just snipes it away. So, you know, any card that this, you know, if you use like a hunter or something, it does a better job, in my opinion, at clearing out, you know, swarms close range, musketeer for a bit longer range, or a flying cannon or something. And I know this shoots through enemies, but its damage is so weak. You know, 96 damage, it's just not worth it. I'd rather use a Mega Knight or something just as area, just something else, because, you know, you can use a Valkyrie with this. It has way more health. I don't know how much Valkyrie has health-wise. 1.5, that's it. That's 3 times the health. Just a bit more than 2 times the attack damage. I mean, I know this only does, you know, I mean, this does all. This does, or is it? That still does more damage. 1.5 times, and it's got 2 times the health, and it's the same elixir cost. So there's no real benefit, really, in my opinion, for the Magic Archer. I don't see it in many decks. So, you know, it's not a very good card. But the Miner's a very useful card for chick decks, and just for, you know, having a portable Miner, pretty much. It's a bit weaker, but you know what I mean. Alright, so I'll just straighten pressure with this if he's got a Scam here. Alright, well, I didn't expect the bats, but, you know, he spent 5 elixir and I spent 5 elixir, so it's a pretty even trade. I'll keep the Royal Ghost handy, just in case. Oh, he's playing a golem, that's interesting. I'll put the Royal Ghost in the back. Oh, I shouldn't have put him right there, I should probably put him a bit left, but I didn't really know. That was a bad play. That was, I mean, he played it just a bit. I didn't really know, so. Right, and then I'm going to do this. Alright, I think I played that pretty badly, that's my fault. I did get a bit unlucky with the fire spirits and stuff, so, you know, it wasn't totally my fault. It was a bit just, some of it was just bad luck, but I'm going to zap away these as soon as I can. Now, he doesn't know I have log, so, because I haven't actually played it yet, and this is the bit where it comes in, because he thought that I was going to take it out. That can survive, I think it's going to get 1 more shot off if it's lucky. Yes, that's the ticket. Now I'm going to try and protect my tower for a bit here, so, okay, I didn't play that well. Okay, that was... Yeah. It's quite a baity deck, his deck. Zaps and logs, but... I don't really know what he's playing, really, because I'm assuming a log cycle deck, of course. He's just played all like Elixir, so I'm going to make sure I take advantage. Probably going to play the baby dragon. Yeah, called it. I'm going to play my minions. Oh, and he guessed that. And my Mega Minion's just going to run away. And that was all part of his plan. Aha! That's where you got mugged off. My Mega Minion's actually done more damage. Well, it did do more damage, but if I can snipe that other tower, I'm in the money. Alright, this might be the win here. Yeah, this is the win. I played that pretty poorly, but at the same time I still managed to win it. So yeah, it's just so helpful having the Royal Ghost now, because you know, and minions are better because nobody plays Prince much. So the guards I kept for like Prince and P.E.K.K.A. and stuff like that. Some people still play P.E.K.K.A., but if somebody plays a P.E.K.K.A. and I place, you know, if a bandit can take 2 hits, so can usually it can take 2 hits. I think it does. Bandit has 860. Yeah, and he does 744, or at least mine does. And if it's tournament, it does even less. So, you know, the bandit takes 2 hits. So does the Royal Ghost. I think the Royal Ghost might even take 1,100. So. If I got this to level 2, it could probably take 2. If the other one was at tournament standard, I don't know. I don't know what the next level is, but yeah. So it's quite good if you've got that and then something like this to chip it away, or something like this as well. Because it's in short range, it'll get a shot off. So it's like a free fireball, plus it's distracting the P.E.K.K.A. So even if this only gets 1 shot off, it does 276, which I believe is more than a fireball. I don't know where the fireball is. Yeah, to a crown tower anyway, it's more than a fireball. So you're getting a free fireball, and you're distracting the P.E.K.K.A. as well. The Mortar is such a good card. But I mean, that's the only 2 things that's really any problem against if you've got a P.E.K.K.A. or a... you know, any swarms that he's deal with them, and this swarms are absolutely covered. Air's pretty covered. You know, you can use that as defense as well, so even more swarm coverage. And then you've got that for. I don't think the bandit's really necessary, but I think I'll have one more game and I'll call it a day, waffling on a bit. But yeah, I think I was a bit paranoid that last video, but it just seemed like every game was. I'll give him a thumbs up, why not? I'll use a Royal Ghost aggressive, it's not that much, it's not that high commitment. Ah, well played. Oh, I didn't expect that. Alright, well I'm gonna use minions, and that was a bad call. And that was also a bad. Okay, I'm playing this awfully. I should have put that where the wizard was, because then I wouldn't have received all this damage. And I could have just put a bandit there, and I played that extremely awfully. That's my fault. I don't mind that. At least I know where that makes sense. At least, you know. All right, I'm gonna punish that. Get the mortar out. Didn't place. Oh, I did. I really want to use my Mega Knight, don't really want to use anything else. Because the Mega Knight's such a good counter for Elite Barbarians. So, and then I think I'll place a Mega Minion. I'm not going to use the minions. I was going to use the normal minions. But if I use... Electro Wizard's so fucking annoying. Especially when it's raged. Fucking can't move. Alright, he's gonna have to counter that. I need a cycle, so I don't know what he's gonna play, but nothing. Okay. Well, he has a lot more elixir than me right now. Right, I'm gonna play my Mega Minion here. Mega Knight, sorry, not Mega Minion. Well, that's that kill it. Yeah, it will. Okay, I'm actually gonna... And I missed, so that's fantastic. Okay, right, I'm playing just awful. He didn't charge! Right, that was bollocks, because that should have charged. Alright, that's dead. That's dead. Alright, the Royal Ghost's got a lot of value there. I think I'm actually going to go in with the Mega Knight here. Oh, it's going to be raged. Not really much I can do with that. Right, hopefully if this connects, that'll be blessed. Just want the gold. Right, it connects. Okay, so we might be able to claw this back if I'm literally the most luckiest person alive, but I'm not holding my breath. Right, I need to get back to my Mega Knight. Yeah, well, I had the elixir because I'm into 2 or 3 now, so that was bollocks, but whatever. What am I going to do? I'm going to play defensive more because I feel like if I either hold it out or I win. I managed to kill it in mid-air. And yeah, well that was just fantastic. That was great. 13 seconds, that's all I had to fucking wait, and he played it in the middle, and the targeting just doesn't even exist, so that's just great, but that's fair enough. I think I'll end on a loss. I mean, I did play really bad at the beginning, so I guess that was my fault, but I did catch up a bit, but then, you know, Cancerous Electro is just the most OP thing you've ever seen, especially when it's raged, because when it's raged, no one ever gets a shot off. So. But yeah, I think the Royal Ghost is quite a powerful card. I don't see why. I don't see it as much in Index anymore. I don't think I've seen it recently anyway. So it wasn't in there. Nobody has it. Either nobody has it or nobody uses it. I mean, it was in this deck here, so that guy uses it. But he had a level 2 one, and an Inferno and a Minion. Odd. Skarmy, you don't see Skarmy often anymore. That deck was actually, that was the easiest game. This one here, this was the easiest game I've ever seen in my life. He gave up like halfway through, which was a shame, because, you know, I don't know if he was just letting me win or something, but I literally placed this. He placed an Inferno Tower in the middle. I remember it. Oh no, he didn't. Oh. This must be a different guy. There was a different guy who placed an Inferno Tower in the middle. He just let me win. Huh. Maybe it was him. I mean, he did have Inferno Tower, so. So he placed that and I thought he was doing pretty well. But I swear, he's the one who placed the shitty Inferno Tower. See, that's where Bandit shines, because she does more than a knight when she does that charge. And she can get around really quick. Like if people play stuff like that all the time, she can just hop around all day. See, Royal Ghost just so OP, just absolutely melts away that. I placed it a bit early. I meant to push it back, but nah, this is the different game. But there was a game earlier I played, and the guy just placed an Inferno Target like in the middle area all the time. But yeah, I think this was the guy who gave up because I played this because he didn't respond to anything. So I don't know why people just give up. But I mean, I won't complain. I need the gold anyway. I love this gold again. It makes it so much easier to get better cards. Once I get the miner, I'll be happy because then I'll have all the cards I want. You know. I mean, Snowball, you can get rid of that any day you like, because it's complete, utter trash. I don't see anybody use it at all. Nobody uses it. Nobody uses Royal Hogs either. Mega Knight slams onto Royal Hogs, they just disappear. Log can log away them, and then you can, you know, or Fireball's a really reliable counter. I mean, this dude will probably 3-hit him or whatever. You put a mortar down and it'll just mortar him to bits. And it also distracts them long enough you can just log them away again. You know, there's so many there's not a good win condition for them because they don't barely every time they get through, and if they do, they only do like 1 damage. They don't do anything. So for 5 elixirs, they're just not worth it. There's so many better cards you could use. Miner, it's got more chance to chip away. You know, or you know, Goblin Barrel or whatever if you want him to do that sort of thing. Or just a normal Hog Rider. Normal Hog Rider is cheaper and it does more damage in a hit. I don't see that, you know. And then Snowball's just complete trash as well. It's like an Ice Spirit, but worse. Ice Spirit does more damage, I believe. 91 area damage, and this it does 105. Alright, the Ice Spirit does a bit less. I mean, it depends on the level, I guess. I mean, if you've got an over-leveled Ice Spirit, it'll do more. But it's cheaper, to be fair, so what do you expect? 9 damage, you know, difference, and it's a cheaper card. I mean, I don't know what happens if you level that up more, you know. But, you know, I'd rather use Ice Spirit, because it's just cheap, it's a better cycle card, and it's just better, so...